Good morning, Washington. This is Big Dave on Dave TV. How you doing? For the 27th of February 2012. One of these days I'll get it right. 2012. How you doing, everybody? So I watched the wonderful old Oscars yesterday. There we go. No, I didn't watch them. I watched Billy Crystal's lame beginning piece, you know, and then I turned the channel. I think I went over to TCM. They had the old Betty Davis movie, The Star, and I watched that and fell asleep to it. Great movie. I love it a lot. But, you know, as far as the Oscars are concerned, who cares? Most of the movies this year, I don't know, weren't very good. And what was it, The Artist one? I didn't see The Artist, you know, I don't know. I just didn't go see it. I did see The Descendants, and I liked The Descendants. It was an okay movie, but you know, I didn't think it was like earth-shatteringly great. I liked Margaret Thatcher, the Meryl Streep doing Margaret Thatcher. Again, that movie I don't think was a great movie, but I thought she was fantastic in it. I mean, she really did seem to channel Margaret Thatcher there. So anyhow, so you know, who cares, right? And a couple good write-ups in the Washington Post this morning. I think Hank Stover, I think he hits the nail on the head there in the Washington Post style section. Yeah, you know, kind of giving the telecast a kind of rating. So if you look at the style section, okay, here's the style section today, Monday's paper. And then if we go to page, okay, no ads on 2 or 3. Just a teeny tiny bit of ads on page 5. And that's it, you know, I mean, it's another Washington Post style section with almost no ads in it. And then if we look at the front page, the Post here, I mean, there's no back page ad. That's a big place for an ad. And surprisingly, you know, few ads in even the main news section today. You know, we look at like pages 10 and 11. There's a little ad down at the bottom there. But you know, no ads on pages 8 and 9. And you know, no ad on page 7 and no ad on page 4. And you know, I don't know, you know. And then if we look here at the Metro section, no ads on page 1, 2, or 3. Tiny little ad for a funeral home on page 4. And no ads on the back page either. So, you know, well, let's see if there's any ads in the sports section today. Huh? Nothing on the front page. Okay, we got a tiny little ad on page 3. And a couple little ads on 4 and 5, and nothing on 6. So, I don't know, it's almost an ad-free paper. You know, as we reported last week, I gotta get myself in. I am in focus. You know, not so good news for the Washington Post last week. They saw a 57% plunge in income in 2011, and their fourth quarter company earnings were down. Washington Post company 22%. Basically, that's because that Kaplan Education division took a big hit. Print advertising at the paper slipped 6% in the fourth quarter. And even though online readership was up at the Post website, their display advertising website revenue fell 15%. Now, here's the deal, okay? When you go to a website, you know, you go to the front page of that website and you see a whole bunch of little links to other stories, okay? Very rarely do you click on all those links. You know, you click on 1 or 2 of those links, okay? So basically, you know, if there's ads residing on those other pages, you don't see them because you're only visiting, you know, even when I go to the Washington Post website, you know, I'll go to the front page. I may click on the Capitol Weather Gang. I may click on Eric Wempel's blog. And I may click on 1 or 2 other pages. So in a typical visit to the Washington Post website, I may visit 6 or 7 pages. That's it, okay? And I do get to see the ads that pop up. And a lot of those ads, you know, if they come up, especially as a full page ad, I just zip through it. You know, I say, no, I don't want to see this. It's like irritating. But when you're reading a paper, you know, when you're reading a newspaper, sitting there drinking your morning coffee or your tea, you know, you're going through all these pages. You know, you flip from page to page. You may not sit there and read the story, but you basically look at all the pages in a section, and you glance at the ads and whatever. So, you know, there's an ad here. You know, when I'm reading physically this front section of the styles of the post, I get, you know, I probably, you know, whatever, I see all the ads. Now, whether I pay attention to them is my business, but I see them all. When I'm at the Washington Post website, I'm not doing that. You know, I'm very much more selective about what pages I'm going to. So I think it's harder for a newspaper to sell web ads and make money on web ads. Plus, web ads, for some reason, especially if they're intrusive ads, you know, they're almost like there's something really negative. You know, I don't mind. It's like my website, okay? We do run ads, okay? I need to run ads because they help pay the bills. But I try to keep them unobtrusive. You know, they're on the top and then they're down the side of the page. When they, you know, I don't do intrusive ads where they flash up in your face, or you have to look at an ad before you can do something else, or you must look at this ad for 22 seconds before you can look at it. I don't do that, and I find intrusive ads. I'm like mad, you know, like I don't want to see that. You know, the things I hate are those, what are they, Zito ads or whatever, where you're looking at a page and then they pop under the page, and then when you close your browser window, you've got all these clutter of ads on your desktop. It's like, oh, I hate those things. And you know, if I see them, I'm making a mental note not to participate in that sponsor's activities. Oh, what else was I going to talk about today? Peeps. This will save the Washington Post. Yes, peeps. Keep more of these peeps. This is going to bring the Post. The one thing you got to say, you know, I'm a subscriber to the Washington Post. I do pay. You know, I get the whole paper every week. I get the Monday through Friday, Saturday, Sunday. I get the TV week. I get the whole thing. I always have. And I do like having a print paper. But the thing is, it does make you mad when you go to the website and you go, hey, the entire content of this paper is being given away for free. You know what? I don't like paywalls on websites. I don't like them a lot. But, you know, it does make a print subscriber angry when, you know, hey, I'm paying for it and you're giving it away free. Just saying. Okay, talked about this a little bit last week. This is cool. This is a Harden and Weaver book on the radio. When did this come out? Oh, we're listening to the Gamut there on WTOP's 103.5, by the way. 1983. This came out in 1983. And it's a really cool book. I'm sure it's out of print now. You're not going to find this in your local Barnes & Noble. But a couple cool pictures. I mean, let's look at some of these. I like this one here. See this picture of the... It's hard to see that. It's kind of hard to see on the camera there. But it says, Harden and Weaver stand on their record. And here we have a giant record. And there's Harden and Weaver. One's dressed as the Capitol Dome. One's dressed as the Washington Monument. Standing on their record. You know, I miss a show like Harden and Weaver in the sense because they just, you know, it didn't do politics. You know, I listen to WMAL's morning show, and it's like the whole show is basically if you're a Republican, they praise you, and if you're a Democrat, they slam you. It's like that's the whole show. It's like propaganda central. It's sad, you know. And Harden and Weaver beat the living daylights out of Wilson, Neiman, and Spam on WMAL these days. I'll tell you, just to read about these guys and to listen to some tapes of their old shows and stuff, and you realize what a class act. These guys united. They didn't stay away. They didn't not mention political things, but it wasn't this black and white kind of thing that you hear on the radio today, where all Democrats are bad, all Republicans are wonderful.
Only the biggest hits of the 80s, 90s, and today. You know you're not listening to the Gamut.
The Gamut. Hey, Gamut, take out an ad on DCR TV. Get some people listening to you. I love these radio stations, you know. They sell ads, but nobody at the radio station wants to advertise. It's like the new WNEW. What do they do at WNEW? They sell ads. But does WNEW want to advertise itself? Do you see any big back of bus things for WNEW? Do you see any TV ads for them? You know, they're basically selling ads, but they don't want to advertise themselves. Why? They're too cheap. Oh, big news, Albie Dee. Albie Dee, one of the greats of Washington area, top 40 contemporary hit, rhythmic contemporary, urban contemporary radio. Albie is back to PGC, we hear. He's doing weekends. He'll be doing Saturday mornings, maybe some Saturday afternoon fill-in shifts on WPGC 95.5. Now, Albie still does his classic rock shift, his shift on classic rock WCBA in the afternoons. That he'll keep doing. That's the Baltimore market. So technically, he's got a Baltimore gig and a Washington gig. And, you know, that's cool. Albie worked at PGC from 87 to 97, and then again from 2006 to 2007. So cool for Albie. All right, folks, I think that's about the 10-minute mark. Thanks for watching Dave TV, the Monday Morning Memo here on DCRTV.com for the 27th of February, 2011. 12. Someday I'll get that right. Thanks for watching. So, there.